Hello, welcome to our Night Angels Global Video Hop. We go live on the 20th of every month on YouTube. And I'm Sandy of Lolly and Sand, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ontario, Canada, to be more specific, in the Niagara region. I'm going to be using the Christmas Classics bundle tonight, and we're going to make a very pretty Christmas card. Our theme is Christmas holidays. So here we go. I'm going to do some blue on blue. So this is Night of Navy. Measurements, I will have all the measurements are in the description. I was going to go over those, then I remembered. All right. So because these are photopolymer, I have put my pierce mat underneath, and because I don't want to make a mess on my pierce mat, I have half a sheet of grid paper, just half. All right, now I don't have a sample for this. I did it in a completely different color, so we're going to see how this works out. It is tone on tone, so it looks very light on camera, but I assure you, my view here is a little bit darker, I do believe. And I just noticed I forgot to get one of the stamps out, so don't want to forget that. It's good to use lots of stamps in a set. Makes it versatile. Now I have to make sure that I can see what I'm doing, so I may have to tip it once in a while. All right, and we want to go kind of different angles and upside down. Well, upside down for us anyway. That might be the bottom, you never know once I flip it around. Let me grab the stamp set. I forgot these little dots right here. So I'm gonna, oh, they're not in there. That means they're already on a stamp. There they are. Oh, on a stamp, on a block. I found them. Alrighty. And here we go. They weren't on a block, they were sitting there. Okay. And continue. So I'm just going to fill in some of the areas, just a little bit. A lot of this is going to be covered up, so you won't see everything. Oh my goodness, look how much I ink that. Don't do what I do, okay? Stamp better. I have just re-inked this because it was quite dry. Quite dry. And now you can see how gushy it is. So it's got a lot. Let's stamp off and do another one there. Stamp off. I don't know if you do stamping off, but it's kind of like when I show my grandson, like little kids, like he's 3. They color really, really hard, right? And I'm showing him, look at the different colors you can get from your crayon if you lighten it up. So he was impressed. It's easy to impress a 3-year-old though, isn't it? There we go. So just these little holly berries. He's going to randomly, mostly put them on these spriggy pieces. I'm not really sure what those are, but we'll call them spriggy pieces because that's the way I rock and roll. All right, might put one up here too, just for a little bit more. Okay, and we'll just keep going a little bit. If they're not in the exact right position, it really doesn't matter. Okay, it's for effect. Okay, let's close that up. Very, very, very inky. Oh, and I see I've inked my thumb, so I have been successful. Oh, but we're not done with that. Bring it back. Bring it back, Sandy. Oh, caramba. I went out to a fabulous craft show today in a school. 28 years they've been doing it. And wow. Okay, so I have my blending brush. You can tell I get inky fingers on that. And what I'm going to do is go around the edges and just darken them up. I don't want to be too radical with it. So the reason we stamp the images first is so you can actually see where everything's going and you can see what you've worked on. I may go around a second time, I'm not sure yet. This is all about personal taste. And I do love these brushes. I had, before Stampin' Up! Started making them, I had bought some off of Amazon, and they're just not the same. These are very, very smooth. Nice distribution of color, and that's what I like. Like, let's not go too much. I see it's darker on this side, so we're going to do a little bit more on this side. I think that's really pretty. I really love tone on tone. Okay, now we can close this. For now, I'm not putting it away because we're going to use it on the inside of the card as well. All right, so we'll just, for now, move everything to the side. And here we go. So, no, I'm a liar. Do it right now, Sandy. Just do it right now. The inside piece. So what I thought is I would do some more of the leaves, not go crazy. Because I have this excessive amount right here, I'm just going to take a corner of this and remove a bunch. Because I don't think we need that much ink. I am not going around the edges of this. That would not the look I'm going for. I do love a nice clean look on my cards, so we're trying something a little different. So we'll go here and stamp it there. Oh, that didn't stamp beautifully, but I wonder if I can just do one more right there. Yeah, I meant to do that. That's my story, friends, and I'm sticking to it. Notice I'm not using the entire image. We don't need all that. And then I'm just going to do this one. Let's stamp that off. And that one. I love that. Look at Night of Navy. How much lighter that is. Like, I just think that's cool. Alrighty. We are ready for assembly. My favorite part. So let's get rid of that and that. Put that over to the side. And there. Okay. So, regular card base. I'm going to put that right there. Alright. And you know what I didn't do? I haven't used my bone folder yet. Let's make sure everything's nice and even. And that it stays as flat as we can get it. Alrighty. Just a bit of glue. Around the edges. You do not, I sound like a big old broken record. You do not need to paint up the whole inside of that. That's where your fingers go to grab your paper. And it is paper, and paper sticks to paper. Now, clearly I'm going to need my wiggle time because I missed. Honestly, tone on tone is a little harder to see when you're, well, for me anyway. And there we go. And get rid of that glue. Thus, I like to take my time and make sure I've got it right. I am double checking. I really honestly can't see that. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Now, I want to tell you that this is not my design. I have changed the card. I've changed the colors of the card and the orientation. So I saw this card done in Pebble Path by an artisan, and I forgot to write it down. This is going to go right here. And it was gorgeous. I actually did some in Pebble Path, and I'll show that to you at the end. Okay, so I've gone ahead and heat embossed the sentiment, and this is again from the Christmas Classics. And I know this is going to go about here, give or take. So what I'm going to do is just put a line of seal across. I'm not looking at centering this. I'm perfectly fine that you can see the adhesive. And I'll show you what I mean in a second, as soon as I get that straight. See what I mean? If you put nothing on top of that, which you wouldn't, but if you put nothing on top of it, it would look like that. And that's why we try to hide things on vellum. I do have all the sprigs and such. So that's just plain old vellum. And this is basic white. And my glue dots are right here. And my take your pick tool, because I'm going to need that. All right, and I think I just ripped that with my fingers because most of it is going to be underneath. Now, the reason why I keep positioning, and that's my method of putting things together. Put that there and put that right on top. Groovy. And then cut this one off, or rip that one, I should say. And the dot, and do it the right direction. I have to make sure I catch it. I almost put it right in the center, which would have missed everything. Not really liking it there. The beauty of glue dots. Just go somewhere else with it then. All right, you notice that not all these have come out. They're really easy to poke out. If you prefer them in, they will probably stay while your card is being transported and such. I do believe you'll be just fine. Now, same with this one. This is too tall. So right down here, I'm just going to take that off with my fingernails. You could use scissors, but it's really not necessary. Just angle that a little bit differently. I will look up the name of the artisan so I can give them credit. We always give credit to the person whose card we've cased, even if we've changed it a bunch. We give credit to them because our artisans, our Stampin' Up! Artisans, are amazing. As you already know. And that one will go right there. So I should not be able to see any of this. So there we go. Let's put these guys on. If you're wondering what this, I don't know if you can see that. See this white? When I went to heat emboss the first time, I had this big blob, so I just cleaned off the powder. I put it right back into the little bin that I use, and got to reuse it. Okay, so for this, a little harder centering when you're doing a video, but I will do my best to get that pretty centered. It looks crooked. We will go with that. I'm going to embellish, but I will put this on the inside first, and we can call the inside done. Check my size to make sure. Ah, that's too tall. How did I know that? Okay, so demonstrators make mistakes while they're doing their cards. Yep, it is. So that's at 5 1/2, and it needs to be at 5 3/8. So let's check the width while we're here. And that is, so I did the 4 1/8, but I didn't do the other side. Good to check before you put the glue on. And I have noticed after I've started putting the card down that I've made a little oops. I mean, let me make the mistakes, and you can learn from my mistakes. I learn from my mistakes, for crying out loud. Yeah, all the time. There we go. And just move that. Oh, it moved. There you go. I love the inside. All right. So I was looking for something that was like a blue dot, and I don't happen to have any. So I'm going to bring these in. And I have a class coming up, and I had to cut in 3s, and this was what was left. That's why it's not in its regular packaging. Come on. Let's go way up here. And I will put another one. I don't know how many I'm going to use. We'll kind of decide that as we go. I think I'm going to put it at the end of this one. So we have 5. So we have a triangle here, and a weird triangle here, and a triangle there. That's what we're looking for. I have broken those rules. Trust me, I have. There's my card. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. I'll try to get the light. It's much darker than it looks. There's the inside. So here's the original. And I was able to find some red for that because it was very, very gray. Pebble Path, to be exact. And I use these little dots here on it, which look absolutely gorgeous. Wait, is that Pebble Path? I will check that. I have to check it because now I'm questioning myself. Let me know what you think. If you do like it, please give me a thumbs up. A comment is always helpful. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you join my my community here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again at my next video, which is before the 20th of next month because I do other videos. Thank you. Bye-bye, friends.